Dear scientists, tonight we are going to be solving this problem in MATLAB. So the question says, write a MATLAB program using an M-file that prompts the user to input a temperature value in degrees Celsius. Then it calculates and displays the equivalent temperatures in both Fahrenheit and Kelvin using the formulas. So in Fahrenheit, in degrees Fahrenheit, we have F is equal to 9 out of 5 times C plus 32. So this C is the one in Celsius. Then Kelvin is equal to the degree Celsius plus 273.15. So the program should include full comments explaining each step, and the top of the code must clearly state the student's full name, registration number, and a brief description of the program's purpose. So here, the comments are going to help us in documentation because the person who will read this program, who will interface with this program in future, must understand what it's doing and what each step is doing. Then the other details are the full name, registration number, and the brief description like we have already said. So let's right away go to our desktop. We have the MATLAB icon, click on it and open. So for us, we have already opened it and we are ready to start. So I will come here to the directory where we are working actually from. We are working from the desktop in this folder. If you don't know how to get there, just create the folder on your desktop or anywhere on your computer. Then after you click on it, after clicking on it, this is what is going to happen. It will open. Then just position your cursor and click there. So it is going to select that directory. You say Control C, you copy it, then come to MATLAB, come here. You also select or click that and then paste there the directory that you have come with. When you enter, it will just take you to exactly where you want to save your work. So you're going to create a new script. So click new. You come here to new. Okay, come to new and then select the script. So let me delete this. Let me delete that. So now, according to the program according to the question that we have, we are told to write an M-file that prompts. So the M-file is always going to be written in a script form. If it was just writing in the command window, then there is no way how you could share that work. But an M-file, you can write that program and share it with another person, and therefore the results that you get should be reproducible with that particular person. So, first of all, this is what we are going to do. We are going to begin with words that it is one, obviously the registration number, the name, maybe this could be an assignment. You could also add the department. So all of these things are going to be written as comments because these are not going to be part of the program, or the compiler in looking at them will just skip them and only execute those that are required to be executed. So we are going to put those as comments. So I'm going to say this is a MATLAB assignment. Can create a space here. I say, or if you can say the university name, you put the university name, then again you put this percentage sign, you put maybe department of mechanical engineering. If you are a mechanical engineer, then now you put your other words. We could say MATLAB assignment, maybe assignment 1, then percentage. Again, we are putting another word. So your name, maybe you say student name, you say maybe you Martin James. Then next, you want to put the registration number. So the registration number would be maybe 2023, maybe GL 2009. Then next is the description. Can put program description. So this is what you're going to say. You can say this program prompts the user to input. Okay, we could put this one somewhere. Prompts the user to input the temperature value. Okay, the temperature value in degrees Celsius. We could do this, and outputs the values in Kelvin and Fahrenheit. Yeah, so that's done. So let's go to the beginning. So we can put this to show that we are starting now. So what we begin with is to enter okay, ask the user to enter numerical temperature value in degrees Celsius. So this is what we do. So we are going to say Celsius. We are going to create a variable called Celsius, and this we say input. We use the keyword input to ask the user to enter any input, and that's how you're going to be prompted to put in a value that you are going to later use in your formulas. So enter temperature value, enter numerical. Let it be numerical because it's going to only work with the numerical values in degrees Celsius. Let me do this in degrees Celsius. So we are done. Okay. Next, we are now going to use our formulas. So we are going to say Fahrenheit is equal to, we had the formula as 9 out of 5 times the Celsius. Okay. Then we are adding 32. That is according to the formula. Then Kelvin, the degrees Kelvin is given by the formula. So here we are going to also comment and say calculate the degrees Fahrenheit. Then this is going to be 273.15. Then we are adding Celsius. So we are saying calculate the degrees Kelvin. So next is outputs. So we are going to do this again. We say output. Okay. So we go down and write our outputs. So this is how we are going to print out our outputs. We can either say display. We are going to display our Fahrenheit. Let's copy this, paste here. Next, we can also display our Kelvin. If we want, we could do as well put the value of Celsius so that we show the value of the Celsius and its equivalent in degrees Fahrenheit and its equivalent in Kelvin. So once we are done here, what we are going to do is to save, and we can name this as temperature unit converter. So what we are going to do is to just come here and click run. So I'm going to put in 37 degrees Celsius. So it uses the formulas. Okay. So here we have an error. I told you this program is case sensitive, so this C is supposed to be small. So let's run again. We are saying we have to put in 37. So you can see it has given us 37 degrees Celsius, and it has given us the equivalent in degrees Fahrenheit and the equivalent in Kelvin. Now, what if we wanted to format this output so that maybe we say this is in degrees Kelvin, this is in degrees Fahrenheit, this is in degrees Celsius. Okay? So we are going to come here and comment out this. So here, in order to say this output is maybe degrees Fahrenheit, maybe it's 2 decimal places, we are going to use what we call a printed format. So, or a formatted print. So fprintf we'll say the value is, so here we are going to declare it as a string because that's what we want to see as an output. The value is, so we want this in 2 decimal places, so we are going to say %.2f because we want it as a float. Then we go to the new line. So this symbol or operator tells us to, after you have printed this, go to take the cursor to the new line. So what is going to be here is the Celsius that we have calculated up there. Okay, so let's now copy this, print, copy that, and paste it there. So the value is, this is going to be Fahrenheit. So what we do, I'm just going to copy this word here to save time, and I put it here. This is F, and this is Kelvin. I put it here. So here, now this is where I put the word. I say degrees Celsius. Then I say degrees Fahrenheit here, degrees Fahrenheit here. So here I mean Kelvin. So I'll put Kelvin here. I put Fahrenheit here. So this is a placeholder. The value is, the placeholder is what is stored in this variable. So it is going to keep this space and put the value of what is after this comma here. The same thing with this, the same thing with this one. So the moment I do run and I put in 37, you can see the value is 37.00 degrees Celsius and its equivalent is 98.60 degrees Fahrenheit and 310.15 degrees Kelvin. So what I can do is to just create a space here, and then finally our value will have a space there. So that's how we can deal with this problem. Now, what if a person entered in a wrong value? Like instead of putting in a numerical value, he adds in something like letters. Maybe adds in 7. Let's show you 30. Maybe 1. See? So we want to eliminate that by putting in a what? An error handling line. So we are going to come here just after this. We are going to say error handling line. So we are going to say if what the person has put in is not numeric, so we are going to use tilde, and tilde is here. It shows not numeric. So if it is not numeric, that means the word Celsius you have put in is not numeric. Then we use a logical or, okay, so that in any case, if the first argument is actually true, then it will ignore the next one. It will just implement that. That is for a Celsius one. If it is a logical AND, we shall see those other operators. But if it is a logical OR like this, the moment this side is true, then it does not evaluate the next one. So the other one is also we put tilde is scalar. Celsius. So what do? We print an error. We say error invalid what? Invalid out, invalid input. So we can say enter numerical value. Then we can end. So let's say we enter the 4S. Okay, let's first go and save. Okay. Okay, let's run. We put 3E. So you can see 3R. So you can put 56. So you can see. So if you want, you could use this error. And then this would determine whether you are going to get an output or not. Okay, so let's begin again. Put this, see, put 54. Good. So that is how basically you can implement this. So you can implement it without this error handling line. It is very okay. So since it was not actually put in the question, so we can do what? We can avoid it. We can actually remove it. So that's how we could answer this question. I want to thank you so much.